Good morning, sports fans. Big Al here on this Monday, May 8th, 2023. Welcome to your Sunday sports recap and a look ahead to Monday's schedule in the world of sports. With that, let's jump into the Sunday scoreboard from Major League. Braves knocking off the Orioles in 12 innings, 3-2. Tonkin wins for Atlanta. He's 3-1. Perez takes the loss for Baltimore. He's 1-1. The Phillies salvaged the finale of their series with the Red Sox as they beat Boston 6-1. Taijuan Walker wins. He goes to 3-2. Hawk takes the loss. He's also 3-2. Strong with his first save for Philadelphia. The free fall for the Pittsburgh Pirates continue as they get blasted by the Blue Jays 10-1. Kikuchi wins. He's now 5-0 for Toronto. Contreras takes the loss for the Bucks. He's 3-3. Excuse me. Contreras is 3-3. Guardians shut out the Twins 2-0. Quantrill wins. He's 2-2. Ryan takes the loss. He's 5-1. Clase, his 12th save of the year. Rockies drum the Mets 13-6. Suter gets the win for Colorado. He's 1-0. Yacobonis takes the loss for New York, 2-1. In 10 innings, so it's the Rays outlasting the Yankees, 8-7. Beeks the winner. He's 1-2. Abreu takes the loss, 1-1. Royals took down the A's 5-1. Yarbrough gets his first win of the season. He's 1-4. Miller takes the loss. He's 0-2. Cardinals double up the Tigers 12-6. Verhagen wins for St. Louis. He's 2-0. Englert takes the loss for Detroit 1-2. The Marlins beat the Cubs in 14 innings 5-4. Okert gets the win for Miami. He's 1-0. Alzolay loses for Chicago 1-2. Nardi his first save. Brewers 7, Giants 3. Payampas wins for Milwaukee 1-0. Stripling takes the loss for San Francisco. He's 0-2. Rangers 16, Angels 8. Spurs wins for Texas 1-1. Suarez takes the loss for the Angels 1-2. Nationals avoid the sweep at the hands of the Diamondbacks as Washington beats Arizona 9-8. Ramirez wins, goes to 2-1. Castro takes the loss. He's 1-1. Harvey his first save. Mariners won the series against the Astros, taking game 3, 3-1. Miller wins for the Mariners, 1-0. Belak loses for Houston. He's 0-1. Topa, his fourth save. White Sox obliterated the Reds 17-4. Kopech wins for Chicago. He's 1-3. Ashcraft takes the loss and drops to 2-1. And on Sunday Night Baseball, it was the Dodgers beating the Padres in 10 innings 5-2. Ferguson wins for LA. He's 2-0. Honeywell takes the loss for San Diego. He's 2-1. Phillips was save number 5. On to the NBA playoffs. The 76ers even their series with the Boston Celtics as Philly wins in overtime 116-115. Fear the Beard, James Harden went off for 42 points for the Sixers. Jason Tatum had 24 for Boston. Again, that series is all knotted up at 2 games apiece. And the Phoenix Suns, likewise, they even their series with the Denver Nuggets, winning 129-124 in Game 4. Kevin Durant put up 36 points for Phoenix. Nikola Jokic had 53 for Denver in a losing effort. This series is all knotted at 2 games apiece, headed back to Denver for Game 5, also on Tuesday. Over in the Stanley Cup playoffs. A lot of scoring in the Hurricanes-Devils game in which New Jersey wins 8-4. Jersey had 34 shots on goal. Carolina had 30. In overtime, it was The Panthers over the Maple Leafs 3-2. As Florida goes up 3-0 in this series. The Panthers had 29 shots on goal, while the Maple Leafs had 24. And the Seattle Kraken defeated the Dallas Stars 7-2. 26 shots on goal for Dallas, 25 for Seattle. And over the chip at Quail Hollow Golf Club in Charlotte, North Carolina, Wyndham Clark is presently your leader at 19 under. Oh, man. I gotta get my Sports Alerts app back up. I just made a major mistake. All right, now we can go back to Major League Baseball and take a look at today's schedule. Here we go. And we're going to start off with the 15-18 Detroit Tigers and the 16-18 Cleveland Guardians. It is Joey Wentz, the projected starter for Detroit. 0-3 record, 6.67 ERA. His mound opponent is Tanner Bibby. 1-0 record, 2.45 ERA. First pitch is at 6:10 p.m. Eastern Time from Progressive Field in Cleveland. And this game is being televised on Bally Sports Detroit and Bally Sports Great Lakes. At 6:35 Eastern Time, you got a couple games. The first is the 28-7 Tampa Bay Rays and the 22-12 Baltimore Orioles. Tampa Bay will have Shane McClanahan as their projected starter. 6-0 record, 2.03 ERA. He will be faced against Baltimore's Kyle Gibson. 4-1 record, 4.61 ERA. First pitch is 6:35 Eastern from Oriole Park at Camden Yards in Baltimore. This game will be televised on Bally Sports Sun and Masson. Also at 6:35 Eastern Time, you've got the 14-21 Colorado Rockies and the ice-cold Pittsburgh Pirates at 20-15 and in the midst of a 7-game losing streak. Kyle Freeland is the projected starter for the Rockies. 3-3 record, 3.76 ERA. His mound opponent is Mitch Keller of Pittsburgh. 3-1 record, 3.32 ERA. First pitch is at 6:05 Eastern Time from PNC Park in Pittsburgh, and this game will be televised on AT&T Sportsnet Rocky Mountain and AT&T Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Oh, and before I forget, after we do the baseball schedule for Monday, we'll take a look at the updated MLB standings through May 7th, so stick around for that. At 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time, the 8-27 Oakland A's make the cross-country trip to the Bronx to face the 18-17 New York Yankees. J.P. Sears is the projected starter for Oakland. 0-2 record, 5.06 ERA. His mound opponent is Nestor Cortez. 3-2 and a 4.91 ERA for the New York Yankees. First pitch is at 7:05 Eastern from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, and this game will be televised on NBC Sports California and the YES Network. At 7:40 Eastern Time, you have a couple games. The first will be the 12-23 Chicago White Sox and the 9-26 Kansas City Royals. Dylan Cease is the projected starter for Chicago. 2-1 record, 4.58 ERA. His opponent is Zach Greinke of Kansas City. 1-4 record, 5.25 ERA. First pitch is 7:40 Eastern Time from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. This game will be televised on NBC Sports Chicago and Bally Sports Kansas City. Also at 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time, it's the 11-24 St. Louis Cardinals and the 17-17 Chicago Cubs. Miles Mikolas is the projected starter for the Cardinals. 1-1 record, 5.79 ERA. His mound opponent is Marcus Stroman of the Cubs. 2-2 record, 2.18 ERA. First pitch is 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time from the friendly confines of Wrigley Field in Chicago. This game will be regionally televised on Bally Sports Midwest and the Marquee Sports Network and will be seen nationwide in many markets on the MLB Network. And according to the Sports Alerts app, rain is possible in this game. And we have another game starting at 7:40 Eastern Time. The 21-14 Los Angeles Dodgers and the 19-15 Milwaukee Brewers. Tony Gonsolin is the projected starter for LA. He has no record. He'll be opposed by Freddie Peralta of Milwaukee. 3-2 record, 3.63 ERA. And rain is in the forecast in this game as well. First pitch is at 7:40 Eastern Time from American Family Field in Milwaukee. It will be televised regionally on Spectrum Sportsnet Los Angeles and Bally Sports Wisconsin, and nationally televised in some areas on the MLB Network. Then at 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time, it's the 17-17 Houston Astros, the defending World Series champions, going up against the 19-16 Los Angeles Angels. The projected starter for Houston is Hunter Brown. 3-1 record, 2.60 ERA. The projected starter for the Angels is Patrick Sandoval. 3-1 record, 2.93 ERA. First pitch is at 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time from Angel Stadium in Anaheim. This game will be televised on AT&T Sportsnet Houston and Bally Sports West. Then at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time, it's the 17-18 Miami Marlins and the 19-15 Arizona Diamondbacks. Braxton Garrett is the projected starter for Miami. 1-1 record, 5.81 ERA. His mound opponent is Arizona's Zach Gallen. 4-1 record, 2.53 ERA. First pitch is at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time from Chase Field in Phoenix, and this game will be televised on Bally Sports Florida and Bally Sports Arizona. Also at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time, it's the 20-13 Texas Rangers and the 17-17 Seattle Mariners. John Gray is the projected starter for the Rangers. 1-1 record, 4.40 ERA. His mound opponent is Logan Gilbert of Seattle. 1-1 record, 4.01 ERA. First pitch is at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time from T-Mobile Park in Seattle. This game will be televised on Bally Sports Southwest and Root Sports Northwest. The final game of the night in baseball is at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time, and it pits the 14-20 Washington Nationals and the 15-18 San Francisco Giants. Jake Irvin is the projected starter for Washington, no record. His opponent is Anthony DeSclafani, 3-1 record, 2.13 ERA for the Giants. First pitch is at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time from Oracle Park in San Francisco. This game will be televised on MASN 2 and NBC Sports Bay Area. And that's the baseball scoreboard for today. Now let's jump over to the NBA playoffs, where we have a pair of Game 4s. The New York Knicks take on the Miami Heat in Game 4 of their Eastern Conference semifinal series at the Kaseya Center in Miami, and that game tips off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then after that game, it's Game 4 between the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers from Crypto.com Arena in LA at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Both games will be nationally televised on TNT. And finally, to the Stanley Cup playoffs, where there's one game on the schedule. It's Game 3 between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers, as this series, all even at a game apiece, shifts north of the border to Rogers Place in Edmonton. Tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN in the States and on CBC in Canada. And now, as we are done with the Monday schedule in sports, let's update the MLB standings through May 7th. Starting off in the American League East, still led by baseball's best team, the Tampa Bay Rays, at 28-7. That's an .800 winning percentage. They are 8-2 in their last 10 games, including a win in their most recent game. The second place team is the team they'll be facing next, and that's the Baltimore Orioles. 22-12, 647 winning percentage, 5.5 games behind Tampa, 6-4 in their last 10 games, including 2 straight losses. In third place are the Toronto Blue Jays. 21-14, 600 winning percentage. They trailed the Tampa Bay Rays by 7. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games, including 3 straight wins. In fourth place are the Boston Red Sox. 21-15, 583 winning percentage, 7.5 games behind Tampa Bay, 8-2 in their last 10 games, including a loss in their most recent game. And in last place, which is pretty surprising to see these guys down here, the New York Yankees. 18-17, 514 winning percentage. They are already 10 games behind Tampa Bay in the East. 4-6 record in their last 10, including a loss in their most recent game. The Minnesota Twins are still on top in the American League Central at 19-16, 543 winning percentage. 5-5 in their last 10 games, including 2 straight losses. In second place are the Cleveland Guardians, 16-18 for on winning percentage, 2.5 games behind the Twins, 5-5 in their last 10 games, including 2 straight wins. The Detroit Tigers sit in third place at 15-18, 455 winning percentage, 3 games behind Minnesota, 6-4 in their last 10 games, including a loss in their most recent game. In fourth place are the Chicago White Sox, 12-23, 343 winning percentage, 7 games behind the Twins, 5-5 in their last 10 games, including a win in their most recent game. And in last place in the Central, the Kansas City Royals, 9-26, 257 winning percentage, 10 games behind Minnesota, 3-7 in their last 10 games, including a win in their most recent game. Out to the American League West, led by the Texas Rangers, 20-13, 606 winning percentage, 6-4 record in their last 10 games, including 2 straight wins. In second place are the Los Angeles Angels, 19-16, 543 winning percentage, 2 games behind Texas, 6-4 in their last 10 games, including 2 straight losses. And those 2 teams just played a series in Anaheim over the weekend. In third place are the world champion Houston Astros, tied with the Seattle Mariners, both at 17-17, winning percentage for both is 500. Both teams trail the Rangers by 3.5 games. Houston is 4-6 in their last 10 games, including 2 straight losses. Seattle is 6-4 in their last 10 games, including 2 straight wins. And those two teams just played a series in Seattle over the weekend. And in last place, still with baseball's worst record, the Oakland Athletics, 8-27, 229 winning percentage, 13 games behind Texas, 3-7 in their last 10, including a loss in their most recent game. In the National League East, as soon as this thing, there it is. In the National League East, the Atlanta Braves presently running away with this division. They're at 24-11, 686 winning percentage, 7-3 record in their last 10 games, including 2 straight wins. Tied for second place are both the Miami Marlins and the New York Mets. Both sitting at 17-18 and winning percentages of .486, and both 7 games behind Atlanta. The Marlins are 5-5 in their last 10 games, including a win in their most recent game, while the Mets are 3-7 in their last 10, including 2 straight losses. In fourth place are the Philadelphia Phillies, 16-19, .457 winning percentage. They are 8 behind the Braves at the present time, 4-6 record in their last 10, including a win in their most recent game. And in last place are the Washington Nationals, 14-20. That's a .412 winning percentage. 9.5 games behind the Braves, 5-5 in their last 10, including a win in their most recent game. The Pittsburgh Pirates remain the leaders of the National League Central, at least for now. But they are ice cold, folks. They're 20-15. Their winning percentage has dipped to .571. They are 3-7 in their last 10 games, and they have the longest current losing streak in MLB at 7 straight. Knocking on the door are the second place Milwaukee Brewers, 19-15, .559 winning percentage, just a half game behind the slumping Pirates. And it's not like the Brewers are setting the world on fire themselves. Milwaukee is 4-6 in their last 10 games, including a win in their most recent game. The Cubs, the Chicago Cubs, are in third place at 17-17, .500 winning percentage. They are 2.5 games behind the Pirates, 3-7 in their last 10 games, including a loss in their most recent game. Then you've got the fourth place Cincinnati Reds, 14-20, which is a .412 winning percentage. They are 5.5 games behind Pittsburgh, 5-5 in their last 10 games, including a loss in their most recent game. And firmly in last place in the Central are the St. Louis Cardinals, 11-24, .314 winning percentage. And it's kind of symbolic given the fact that 314 is the area code to the city of St. Louis. They are 9 games behind Pittsburgh at the present time, 2-8 in their last 10 games. Just pitiful. But they did win their most recent game. And the Los Angeles Dodgers remain on top in the National League West, 21-14, .600 winning percentage, 8-2 in their last 10 games, including 2 straight wins. In second place are the Arizona Diamondbacks, 19-15, .559 winning percentage. Just 1.5 games behind LA, 6-4 in their last 10 games, including a loss in their most recent game. In third place are the San Diego Padres, 18-17, .514 winning percentage. 3 games behind the Dodgers, 6-4 in their last 10 games, including 2 straight losses. In fourth place are the San Francisco Giants, 15-18, .455 winning percentage. That's the same record as the Tigers, by the way. They are 5 games behind the arch rival Dodgers, 5-5 in their last 10 games, including a loss in their most recent game. And sitting in last in the West still are the Colorado Rockies, 14-21, 400 winning percentage. They are 7 games behind Los Angeles, 6-4 in their last 10 games, including 2 straight wins. And that is your Sunday sports recap, your Monday schedule in sports, and the updated Major League Baseball standings through May 7th. We'll be back with your Monday recap tomorrow. In the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell and get notified every time I go live. Big Al signing off. Thanks for watching and enjoy the sports action on this Monday. Peace out.